We've all seen the news, felt that shiver down the spine. Nuclear war, it's the threat that hangs over us, the unthinkable that we hope never comes. But hope alone won't save you. If the worst happens, survival will depend on preparation, on knowing where to go, and how to survive when you get there. Today we're going to look at those places. We're going to explore the safest countries on Earth if nuclear war becomes a reality, and I'll give you the survival strategies to make it out alive. Trust me, this is information you need to know. While most cities and densely populated regions would face immediate devastation, some places in the world stand a much better chance of avoiding the fallout. Right, let's cut to the chase. A nuclear explosion is like nothing else on Earth. The blast can level cities in the blink of an eye. Temperatures hotter than the sun incinerate everything. Radiation is silent, invisible, and deadly. The real danger is nuclear fallout. Radioactive dust, poisons, air, water, and land. A nuclear winter blocks the sun, causing starvation. Distance yourself from major targets. Forget about major cities and military bases. If I had to pick one place to be when the bombs drop, it would be New Zealand. Remote and resilient, New Zealand is thousands of miles from potential targets. No military bases, just rugged landscapes and self-sufficient people. Their agriculture-based economy ensures they can feed themselves. Strict border controls keep them secure. Plan now if you want to survive there. Learn the land, make connections, and be ready to move fast. Our next stop is Iceland, a land forged by fire and ice. This island nation is powered by volcanoes and glaciers. They've got geothermal energy for heat and hydroelectric power for electricity. They're practically self-sufficient when it comes to energy, which is a massive advantage in a post-nuclear world. Isolation is Iceland's greatest strength. Plunked right in the middle of the North Atlantic, it's a long way from any potential conflict zones. And with a small, hardy population, they're less likely to be targeted or overrun. Now, Iceland's not exactly known for its lush farmland, but the Gulf Stream keeps the climate surprisingly mild. They've got fishing, they've got greenhouses, they're resourceful. If you can handle the cold and the isolation, Iceland could be your best bet for survival. Now, Australia's a bit of a wild card. It's got some strategic military ties, which could make it a target. But let's be real, most of Australia is empty. I'm talking vast, unforgiving outback. If you can handle the heat and the wildlife, you could disappear out there. The key to surviving in Australia is to head west. Western Australia and Tasmania. Those are your best bets. Remote, sparsely populated, and with enough farmland to support a small population. You'll need to be tough and resourceful. Australia isn't for the faint of heart. This is a land of extremes. But if you got the grit, it could be the perfect place to rebuild. Why these countries? Why not Switzerland or a remote Pacific island? It boils down to isolation, resources, and independence. Distance from targets, geographical isolation. New Zealand, Iceland, resources like clean water and arable land. Self-sufficiency, low population density, ideal for survival. Now, I know what you're thinking. Getting to New Zealand, Iceland, even Australia, it's not exactly a walk in the park. And you're right, that's why you need a plan B. If relocation isn't an option, you need to focus on fortifying your current location. Can you build a fallout shelter? Do you have access to a basement, a cellar, somewhere underground? Start there. Reinforce the walls, stock it with supplies, and make it your own personal fortress. Next, you need to stockpile. We're talking food, water, medicine, the essentials. Think long-term, think years, not weeks. Learn how to purify water, how to grow your own food, how to survive without relying on the outside world. Preparation is key. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A nuclear war would be a nightmare scenario, but it's a scenario we need to be prepared for. Because the truth is, it's not just about knowing where to go or what supplies to have, it's about having the right mindset. You need to be adaptable, resourceful, and most importantly, you need to stay calm. Panic leads to mistakes, and in a survival situation, mistakes can be deadly. That's why knowledge is so important. The more you know, the more you prepare, the better your chances of survival. So learn everything you can. Learn how to build a fire, how to find shelter, how to defend yourself. Become a student of survival, because in a post-nuclear world, those skills will be more valuable than gold. Knowledge is power. We've covered a lot today. Take action. Start small. Build your knowledge. Survival is a journey. Stay prepared and stay resilient.